Hey everybody, and welcome back to Backroads Country. We are going to be working on harvesting these barley fields some more. Been super busy. Super busy. Haven't been able to, well, quite frankly, haven't been able to get on here at all. 5 maps in 3 days. That has been a bit crazy. Hope you all have been enjoying the content that we've been putting out. We're trying something new tonight in chat. YouTube's got some sort of Q&A thing going on. So I posted a question. What are you all looking to see in tomorrow's fact sheets? I have absolutely no idea how you do this Q&A thing. It seems to put up a whole new chat tab that I need to go into. But yeah, we're going to try it out tonight. Snowman32, Charlie Boy. Then we have Semper and Burgess in the game with us tonight. Waylon, how are you doing today? Rabbit Rob is here.
Want me to start 26?
What's the small field? 19?
I can start 19.
Yeah, I'll let you get on 19. There's Rabbit Rob saying hi to everybody. We're making about $11,000 a load down to the grain mill. Happy Friday Eve indeed. Happy Fact Sheet Friday Eve. More like it. How's 1.8.1 been for everybody? That was a surprise, I think. I think Sony messed up. I think Sony messed up and released the update, and then Giants had to dump it for everybody else. Because that just seemed to be a completely messed up update time frame. I'm going to go down here and open up field 26. Because given how long the field is, I don't think we're going to be able to make all the way up and back before we go and fill up. So we're just going to cut in here and make a few passes down about the middle of the field. I'm going to try to split 26 right between the 2 and the 6. How's this week been treating everybody? look halfway? Yeah, sure. That looks halfway. There we go. There's a snap feature in build mode. I didn't know anything about that. Of course, I haven't had a chance to look too terrible much. There's a snap feature in build mode. Oh, look at that turn toggle on snapping. What's that do? Oh, see, that's smooth. Okay. That's rotating smoothly, and if I toggle it, it's now rotating jerky. I didn't even know that. But I haven't had really time to look.
Sorry.
All those darn maps dropping.
Yeah, sure.
All right. We're not going to be able to turn around, so we're just going to back out of here.
I'll bring the other truck.
I can definitely line things up better. Now, what would be even better is if it showed like an angle indicator, like in the menu, like, oh, you were at 0 degrees, 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, whatever. Okay. Maybe not quite halfway, but close enough. Close enough for government work. That's what they say. Right, that's what they say. That's a big hill over there.
I just saw that.
I suppose you're stuck.
I'm getting unstuck, I think. Are you gonna push me over?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did that work? Like a monster truck you again.
You have to monster truck me again, I think, yeah.
Let's call it a reversing beeper.
You're gonna be stuck in something also.
Well, now that you're there, I can unload. That, everybody, is called a pro gamer move. Right there. Pro gamer move. Not everybody can be that awesome.
I'll get the other truck. I'll leave this one there.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Backroads Country. We are working on harvest. We also have some hay to make. We've got busy times here on Backroads. We're gonna be buying the flour mill soon, because we got enough barley, that's for sure. Chris Miller, what is up? We were just talking about pro gamers. Are you a pro gamer? That is the question. Another question we are posing tonight is, what are you hoping to see in tomorrow's fact sheet drop? We all know it's happening, so let's go ahead and talk about it. What are you hoping to see in tomorrow's fact sheet drop? There's a new Q&A feature in YouTube chat. I have absolutely no idea how to use it. We're going to try to figure it out. So, answer my Q&A question. What are you all hoping to see in tomorrow's fact sheet? I think like there's a whole separate chat area where your answers come in, but I'm really not so sure. We'll figure it out. At least we'll try to figure it out. Will, what is up? Rabbit Rob, Chris Miller is here. Simper Buffo and Burgess are on the server. Waylon is here. Charlie Boy, and amongst many others. I think that's good enough for us. Let's go help Burgess. Field 19. We're off-roading this harvester. And before we get too far into chat, this video is brought to you by Dozer and Jay. Thank you for being farm barons. Are there any other new features in 1.8.1 that I don't know about? Let me know. Let me know in chat, but the snap grid, that was pretty cool. Car mechanic simulator. What are you building? What are you repairing? Bill, welcome. Welcome to the party. I never got into car mechanic simulator. I watched some people do it online, and it honestly just looked like mouse click simulator to me. Like, you just kind of clicked where they told you needed to click, and then it did things, and you clicked it, and it just kept doing things. But maybe I just didn't get into it. Oh, 71 Mach 1.
Our own time stamper again.
Yeah, my timing is impeccable tonight.
Yeah.
Always Chris Miller with the obvious. Always with the obvious. How's the weather been? I heard that it was I heard that some folks have gotten some snow already. Snow already? Are you kidding me? It was in the mid-70s yesterday. It was in the upper 60s today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be around the same temperature, mid-60s-ish. Will's seen a little bit of snow. It's hard to believe. It's hard to digest. I don't even think I'm done mowing the grass for the year. I must live in the tropics compared to you guys. Keeping up with 2 harvesters is a full-time job, no?
Definitely.
I think maternity, like after, like during the pregnancy or post pregnancy, Chris. Well, I would say if one's work offers it, then I would encourage a new father to take it. There are probably brands that are coming in the expansion. I just had somebody that works for me come back after being gone for 6 weeks on daddy leave. He left early August, came back mid-September. I sent him an email. I was like, according to my calculations, you should be about due to come back. He's like, oh yes, I am definitely coming back. I gotta get out of this place. I'm going crazy. He's like, it was good and all, but I gotta get out of here. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. You come back to work and it'll be your vacation from the baby and the mom. But he got 6 weeks. I didn't take 6 weeks when we had our youngest. I might have took 2 weeks. But yeah, our work provides up to 6 weeks. Chris Miller says he gets 1 day. Well, you know, a day's better than none. A new log trailer brand. Interesting. Anybody got some Yeah, I don't know how this Q&A thing works. Anybody know how this Q&A thing actually works? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, now what I don't know is if the 6 weeks are like, you know, if you have 6 weeks of leave already saved up, you can take up to 6 weeks, but you still have to use your own leave. I don't know the exact details. I mean, I haven't had to worry about it for like 8 years ago, so lots of things have changed. Rockin' in L. The multiplayer server is set up for a select group of friends that we call the stream team. So that's who we have with us tonight. I did see the Porsche tractor got released as a standalone DLC. That, of course, was a bonus that was a part of a model. That if you bought the model, that if you bought the model, you would get the in-game tractor also. But the availability of the model was somewhat subject to geolocation. Not everybody, I don't think, had access to get the model. So it's good to see that we can now buy it for something like $1.99. Well, Chris, that's the problem with lots of places these days. Everyone's hiring, no one's wanting a job. Then everyone gets short-tempered when service is bad, and it's like, well, hello. No one wants to work when they know they're going to be harassed by angry people. Yeah, it was the Revell. I looked at it, but it was like, I don't know, it was darn expensive to ship. Because I think it was like a was it like a German model? And I think it was only sold in the EU, and you couldn't buy it in the States unless it was shipped from, shipped from over there. Budzo, welcome. Welcome. Just under 17 days before the release of Farming Simulator 22's Platinum expansion. Once we get this field done, we got obviously the big field 26 to do. We've got all this straw to bale. And then we also have some hay to bale. I don't know if we're going to get all of that tonight or not. Did you put the model together, Richard? That's the question. Did you buy the model just for the tractor, or did you put the model together? Burgess, did you buy that that Porsche tractor model to get the Porsche tractor in game?
No. Did I?
Well, I don't know. You're into model building. I thought it might be right up your alley. But now you can get the same Porsche tractor for $1.99 as a standalone add-on through the eShop or Steam, probably.
Steam is like $0.99, I think, or something like that.
No, Rock, we're good. We're not collecting the straw, we're baling it. Yeah, before the release of 22, there was a tie-in with Revel. Yeah, they had an old Porsche tractor model, and if you bought the Porsche tractor model, you got an unlock code that could unlock the Porsche tractor in game. So I know a lot of people were trying to get their hands on the model so they could get the tractor. But now you can get the tractor directly.
Yeah.
I don't think it was available. Yeah, anyway, I didn't see it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think we could get it in the States. We had to buy it from across the country, or across the world, and have it shipped over. And by that point, it was double the cost. What are you on top of?
Just straw, but I'm okay now. I'm pulling back.
Oh, a pile of straw. I was wondering if we had another phantom cotton bale we didn't know about.
Oh yeah, like last time. Yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
Here's how things break when those other guys show up.
Yeah, that's true. It's been 2 streams without them, and nothing has breaking.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out Silver Run Forest. Right? I don't think we're going to get too much information about Silver Run Forest before the map drops with the Platinum expansion, but we might. We just might get a blog post in the next week or two. I just really looking forward to trying to build the roller coaster. And then we can all ride the roller coaster in multiplayer, right? Let's hope we can do that. We are going to be having a massive Platinum Expansion launch party on November 14th because,
That'll be fun.
to tell you the truth, the Platinum Expansion will be out November 14th by the time we typically will be streaming. So that means Monday night, the 14th, we're going to be able to have a launch party. We're going to do it in multiplayer. Anybody that has the Platinum Expansion is going to be able to join us in multiplayer as we try to figure things out. Alright, so I already cut that field in half up there, so
I'm gonna.
hopefully we can go make long runs and not fill up before we get to the cut.
I'm gonna finish the struggler from this field.
Oh, the row of shame.
Yeah.
Took rule of shame, yeah.
Tisk on you. Speaking of Platinum Expansion, we are giving away a copy of the Platinum Expansion for PC this coming Tuesday. We've already given away, gosh, I don't know, 4 copies of it. It's going to be our 5th drawing for the Platinum Expansion Explanation giveaway. Just going to pull up the link in order to enter to win the Platinum Expansion. You may also see Streamlabs put some posts up related to that. We did our drawing last Tuesday for some winners, or a winner. Rock, you'll need the Platinum Expansion, obviously, to participate in the launch party. Buddha, what is up, sir? What is up? I'll have a server fired up, 16 slot server. We'll be ready to rock and roll.
I will have to wait for Steam.
Yeah, that's the downside of Steam, is the waiting game. But the upside of Steam is you don't have to keep track of your keys or anything.
Yeah.
Some new maps, Buddha. How many
Yeah,
maps are you gonna play?
Slightly steep for
How many maps are you gonna play?
Getting
We will
the
have a
keys for,
Platinum
like,
Expansion
a
server
few hours.
up for a period of time. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Sad news, people. Sad news. The sad news is that looks like Hofbergman's going to be delayed another week because the 1.8.1 update has broken a few things. And they're going to wait a week and try to iron out all of that. I was really looking forward to maybe having access to it and being able to start putting out some content pre-Platinum Expansion. But now, man, it is close. It is close. I don't know how much Hoff we're going to be able to play before Platinum drops. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. I think Louisville might be too hot. I think Louisville might end up being too hot. Yes, I would definitely rather see a delay than to have it rushed out to meet some sort of time frame. Oh, you're going straight too.
Yeah, I had to go off center a bit to use my line. So
Yeah, I just checked the website earlier today, and there was a post that basically said 1.81 broke a few things. They're gonna
Okay, I left the truck there.
they're gonna hold back a week and try to assess what is got issues and get those corrected. I know, Buddha, we had 5 maps get dropped in 3 days. 5 maps in 3 days, I'll tell you what. It was a little bit of a selfish thought, but I was a little bit happy when there was no maps that dropped today. I was a little happy when we didn't have any maps today. But I count several maps in the testing thread. So there is that. Now, of course, some of these maps really don't technically count as real farming maps, right? Like Rock Crawl. That's what I would call a specialty map, right? Rock Crawl is a rather special map, special purpose. New Lands. I was glad to see New Lands come back.
temp out your straight, I'll do it.
New Lands was a little bit of a favorite.
Oh, I'm gonna do FK first.
New Lands was a little bit of a favorite for wilderness players. Had a bit more infrastructure than like No Man's Land did. Captain Kiwi, that was last week. We got 5 maps so far this week. Who knows, we might see more tomorrow. We might see more tomorrow. Now, what was really cool what was super duper cool with New Lands was that whole recycling concept of going around and picking up trash around the map and then taking the trash to a recycler and basically getting money for it. Right, it's things like that. Or the sell points like the farmer's market where you had a ton of sell triggers at the different tents, at the different sell areas. And they only accepted, you know, very limited amount of products, depending on what tent you brought the products to. Then that was continued on with the warehouse setup, where we had all of those pallet racks set up, and each pallet rack only accepted a specific product. So you had to figure out where to drop your product based on the pallet. I thought that was a super awesome idea, and hope to see that kind of replicated on for other maps going forward. I think I saw in testing Bloomfield, Canada was getting updated. Overburner looks like he's gotten that update out. Sent to Giants. I also saw, well, yeah, that's what I saw. Bloomfield, Canada is in the testing thread. I don't know if an autoload seller. Maybe a small autoload trailer. Yeah, I bought this field because it had barley in it, and I realized I probably needed to cut it in half because we wouldn't be able to make it all the way across in a single load. Yeah, so Newlands, I think that would have maybe... Newlands may have enticed me to play that if we didn't have Platinum coming, if we didn't have Hoff coming. Oh my gosh. What was that map earlier in the week? Started with an F, I think? Oh my. That map was money right there. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'd be playing that map right now. If Platinum wasn't coming, if Hoff wasn't coming, we had to jump ship. Yeah, Fectol. Yeah, that one. I thought, yeah. I thought the Polish map was good looking, but honestly, that was so last week. With 5 maps this week, the Polish map was so last week. Yep, that is the drop dead gorgeous map. And I don't know if you watched all the way to the end of the map video, but right at the end of the map video, I came across this valley that had been previously forested, cleared of trees. There were stumps there, and then there was a hill, and there was this bridge. I was like, oh my gosh. So many just great sights. Newlands also had the concept of having mowing contracts and mowing the grass by the interstate. Right, that was super cool. Mill Landscape Midland also made a return. That was a nice map. Although maybe it's because it's a foreign name map. It's like. Well, it's a European map, of course, but I had the hardest time recording the start of that video. I probably did about 6 cuts because I kept wanting to call it Mill Midland Landscape, because Mill Landscape Midland, it was like, what? That's just weird. Just felt like the words were in the wrong order. What's up, Captain Kiwi? I don't think you can pick the cars up on PC, so I know they're not going to be pick-upable on console. They're not going to suddenly have a different weight. I wonder if they're strappable, if you could go around and strap them. You may be able to, like, have something and strap above them. Schultz, why are you not in here? That's the question. Where are you and why are you not in here with me? Now we still have this Q&A thing we need to figure out. What are you all hoping to see in tomorrow's fact sheets? That's our Q&A question. You all need to figure out how to do Q&A and put your answers in there. Come on, let's get this going. Oh. Well, you need to get a bigger wheel loader. You need to get a bigger wheel loader, not a little toy loader. Oh, Schultz went more winches, more winches. We want winches and mead. And a full, this isn't Game of Thrones. You're a little too close. With these harvesters, you basically have to drive on the straw swath. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not watching Game of Thrones. I don't have HBO. I don't have any TV. Snowman32, thank you so much for asking. She's doing pretty good. She's doing good. She's, you know, we had a very, very good recovery on her neck surgery, and we have a few more areas that we need to focus on in her mid spine, but that's going to be a surgery for 2023. Sadly, we are changing spine doctors because the one we had been going to basically is way outside of our financial range of being able to keep up with, and he's out of network, so we have to pay 100% out of pocket. Every time we visit him, it's like $500, so we're gonna have to switch to a different doctor. She has some consultations in the middle of December to pick a doctor, and then, you know, hopefully we'll get some final surgery scheduled for 2023, and then try to be on a road of strength and conditioning, endurancing, and get her strength back, get her endurance back, so she can, you know, walk more than 10 minutes without becoming exhausted, and then try to get her back to work. She's been out of work since October of 2021. Well, Schultz, it sounds like you've misscheduled your vacation. Vacation needs to start on the 14th and end on, like, you know, Thanksgiving. That's what it sounds like you need to do. Oh, crud. Where are you going? Where are you going? Well, that's not good, but okay, we'll just live with it. Oh, you gotta sit in a real, you gotta help somebody. What harvest is it? What are you harvesting? What are you harvesting there, bro? Jonah, welcome. Now, I don't know who saw my community post the other day. I've had a few community posts. I made a community post the other day about G-Port, right? So this server that we are on right now is hosted by G-Portal. And when Giants dropped the 1.8.1 update, I was like, oh, this gives me a perfect opportunity to try to figure out how to update the server. Because I've been on game servers since 2020. 2019. Right, that's all I've known since 2019. I have to tell you, G-Portal really impressed me with this update. As a general rule, I turn off auto update. If you're an auto update kind of guy, they have auto update. You can turn it on. You don't have to worry about anything. If you're like me and you don't want things updating unless you tell them to update, you can turn that off. And then it won't update. So I was trying to figure out how to update the server, and it turned out it was super simple. On their management portal, they have an area where you can go in and you can specify what version of the game you want to be playing. And I had it checked to latest version. Okay. So all I had to do was stop the server and start the server. When I stopped the server, I saw it say, you know, something like maintenance, upgrading, off. That's about how fast it was. It took, I kid you not, it took 10 seconds from the time I turned the server off till the time I was turning the server back on, and it was updated. 10 seconds. Then I decided, well, I wonder what, let's pretend you could never do this on G-Portal. Not G-Portal. You could never do this on game servers. I thought to myself, what if? Let's pretend I accidentally upgraded and I didn't want to. Can I roll back? And you know what the answer was? Yes, you can. That's what completely floored me. I went to the version area and I said, you know what? Let's pretend I want to be back on 1.7.1. And I want to be running Pumps and Hoses 1.1 instead of 1.2. Because 1.2 also was updated. Pumps and Hoses was also updated to 1.2 with the 1.81 update. So I picked that I wanted to run 1.71. I turned the server off. 10 seconds later, it was done downgrading the server. I turned it back on, and I was running 1.7.1. And when my jaw was picked up off the floor, I stopped the server again, upgraded to 1.8.1, and turned it back on. I went from 1.81 to 1.71 to 1.81 in a period of about a minute. 1 minute, I toggled between 3 different versions of the game. That is right there. Something that I was never expecting to be able to do. Well, Rabbit Rob, it's not a commercial unless I tell you that down in the comments or down in the description, there is an affiliate link. Oh, you went and tricked me. Rabbit Rob, you little son of a... You went and tricked me. And it's been turning this into a portal ad. Lonnie, what's your question? Lonnie, yes. So you bought Pumps and Hoses off of the Giants eShop. When you did that, they sent you a code. Right? You got an eShop code and a link to go download from the Giants eShop. So you need to hunt that email up. And then you need to click on the eShop link, enter your code, and that'll log you into the eShop. Then download the 1.2 update. And then once you've downloaded that update, run it, double click on it just like you used it to install the DLC the first time around, and it will then update you to 1.2. Schultz, they do have some pretty hefty hardware for servers. In fact, I realized after I was after I'd done one or two live streams off of their servers that we never got the pause. We never got the autosave pause we're so used to seeing. Right, we're so used to seeing a slight hiccup, a slight hitch when it autosaves. But we never see that hitch because their drives are just that darn fast. And I've got a general idea what they're doing to make the upgrades that quick. They're not actually installing the update, they're just linking to an install and basically copying the files over to the server, or doing what's called a sim link. They're sim linking the server to the right version of the installs, and that's why it's lickety split. Some fancy IT stuff on the back end. Lonnie, did you put it, Lonnie? Yes, Lonnie, that is exactly what you need to do. Follow the same steps you did to download the first time. Now, for me, I'm running the eShop's version of the game and the DLC. So when I launched the game after the update, it just said, hey, there's an update for the game and DLC. Do you want to install it? And then it just installed. But if you are running a Steam version of the game and you are then running an eShop version of the DLC, you'll have to download the DLC update individually. Leroy can't wait until... I think a lot of people can't wait until the November update. Every blog post is cooler and cooler. Right? Oh, now we're running low on fuel. Rabbit Rob, that was the low fuel beep beep. Yeah, Schultz, you've mentioned you're interested in some winches. You've mentioned that like twice. I know, winches are definitely coming to console. I was so excited to see the fact sheets last week with the Terrafin. Is that it? The winch that we have seen on PC since FS17 was coming to console as part of the DLC. That was like, yeah, monumental in my head. Oh, the Trinroth. The winch is not just a decorative item. Wonder if we're going to get more accessories for the Pinroth. We learned in the blog post this week we're getting an excavator. We're getting a Volvo excavator with accessories. What about that news? That was some pretty monumental news. I don't think there's digging. I think the excavator is just used for forestry. Let me get lined up here and we'll dig up the blog post. All right, I'm pulling up the blog post. Here we have the blog post. And we have here new trees. We got lodgepole pine. We got a ponderosa pine and then the sequoia. Right? And then we learned about this bad boy. This Volvo excavator, and then this. It's like this rotary tray tree planter. So we're getting the Volvo excavator, we're getting a tree planter, we're getting a tree cutter, we're getting a log fork with twin top fingers, we're getting a tree cutter, and then we're getting a mulching attachment. So here's a close-up. We get a new pallet with high-capacity saplings. Something like 240 saplings. And then we load it. This is how we load it. Take a look at this. This is how they load. In this turntable thing. I don't know what's it. Is it like... I don't know if it's like... pneumatic. It just shoots the saplings in the ground.
Green mist is full, I think.
Oh, then we get this thingy. There we oh. Then we have oh. Look, we get that. Oh, we've seen this already. I think we may have already seen that too. We get a cool glowing green thing when we're up close to it, where we're going to cut it at. Oh, watch this. We can rotate the head down now, which means we can collect trees that are on the ground. And then we've already seen that. That's not new. That's not new news.
Yeah, the green mill is full. You might need to, but
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we just need to sell it wherever the best thing price is. And then if you want to buy the mill, that'll be cool. They'll give you perms.
Okay, I'll buy the mill now.
There are some modded tree harvesters that definitely do have the ability to rotate and pick up logs. Yeah, it's going to be standard. I think the only thing that does it now are modded harvesters. Making a barley flour. That's right. Don't forget to like the stream, people. It's been shown to help. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We won't bite. At least we won't bite for long. Walter, I think a lot of people are more interested in Platinum Expansion now than when it was first announced. I know when it was first announced, it was like Forestry. It's like, oh, really? I mean, I deliberately try to avoid Forestry. But now, right, some of the abilities to do things like to build boats, build a roller coaster, lots of cool new stuff coming our way. I think we're gonna have to call it a night and come back in the morning.
Yeah, I'll have to restart because my ping is a bit crazy now.
Oh no!
I don't know why.
Oh, that might be built in now. It's 1.8 update, huh? Corey, I don't know. I haven't even had time to read the changelog. Like, I didn't even know they added a snap feature until right at the start of the stream. Maybe I'll try to commit to read it tomorrow. I can take a little bit, not a lot.
Anything hot.
I'll be back 2 seconds.
Let's go see how much we can put back in the grain mill. Free tacos! No, no, no. Tacos are never free because, you know what? What goes in must come out. And oftentimes free tacos, well, they don't come out nearly as well as they went in. That's what you pay for. There's an exit fee. I would love to see a cheesehead in game. I am not a cheesehead. But if I could get one in game, I just might be one. No, it's not this way. It's the other way. Whoa! There's our flour mill. Our flour mill.
The way is faster.
Oh, we topped it all. That's all we could do. Alright, who has the best price? The grain mill has the best price, and well, we just... just filled that up. I have perfect English. I definitely have perfect English.
I'm coming now.
Okay.
Sorry, my ping is pretty crazy. I don't know what's going on.
It's all good.
Your favorite song is Dueling Banjos. Uh-oh. We're using Tuki's favorite truck. Hellhawk, welcome. Yeah, nice and short. Pumps and hoses, hoses and pumps. They fixed a lot of things in 1.2, pumps and hoses also.
Thank you.
I don't know how many of those issues I had experienced, but they had quite a lot of them listed. This is what happens when you try to drive and pour a drink at the same time. Are y'all ready to take to the skies? Launch! Oh yeah, that was awesome. There's only one other way. There's only one other way. Alright, well, these guys are taking care of that. We'll do a little baling. Captain Kiwi, clearly you haven't watched my FS17 live streams on Upper Mississippi River Valley. We would end every live stream by jumping trucks. I know my favorite song. It's a song of money. Payday's tomorrow. Who's got payday tomorrow? I got payday tomorrow. Also means it's bill pay tomorrow. Easy come, easy go, they say. Lonnie got it today. That's good. Ah, it wasn't. Indeed, often it is not easy come. It's easy go. As in, hey, where did it all go so fast? Captain Kiwi, you are correct. It is still Thursday some places. It's still Thursday for me for about another 3 hours. On the other side of the country, it's Thursday for another 6 hours. That's why we're some of the last people to know whenever anything happens. So here's a question my son asked me earlier today. I don't know where he's 8. I don't know where he comes up with these questions. All right, I'm going to ask you. You're going to have to think about this real hard. Would you, if you could travel to the past or future, which would you pick? Would you travel to the past or would you travel to the future? But before you answer that question, I asked, well, can I return? The answer is no. If you travel to the past, you can only continue to travel further into the past. You can never travel back to the present because that would be, guess what? Traveling into the future, which you're not allowed to do. If you travel to the future, you can only ever travel forward. You can never travel back because, well, that would be traveling to the past. Genetic J says he'd travel to the past. Where would you stop? Where would you stop? Yeah, can't return. When you depart, you're gone forever. You can travel in an unlimited amount of time, but you can only ever go further back into the past. So if you travel to the 1950s, you could travel to the 1950s. Then you could travel to the 40s, but you could not travel to the 60s. You could only continue to go into the past. Hendrik, but the lotto numbers don't do you any good in the future because it's then your present. You can't come back to your past, which would be our now present, to do anything with that lottery number info. Hellhawk says he would pass on the past and present. Right, I mean, if you could jump back and forth. You could travel back to the past, right before, you know, some big tech company went public with stock and buy a bunch of stock. And then come back to the present and cash that stock in because now all of a sudden it's got massive returns on it. But you can't do that. If you travel back to the past, you're stuck in the past. All you can do is travel further into the past. "20 years into the future." Wow, let's think about 20 years ago. 2020. Wait, no, 20 years ago. 2002. What was going on in 2002? Right? Think about what we had in 2002. Cars, technology, and now it jumped to 2022. Like overnight. The hawk would make a Lugal. Now that's what you do. You go trademark certain names, but then suddenly those names aren't names of companies anymore. Because you had trademarked the name they were going to pick. Lonnie just wants to see what Farm Sim 2042 looks like. He figures by then it'll be like VR. We're just, you know, we're just virtually driving tractors. We've got seats we're sitting in that go up and down when we're on our field. We've got scent machines that are spewing manure in our face to give us that great country smell. When we walk through a cornfield, we got corn leaves cutting our arms and our face up. We've got our arm out in front of us to keep the corn leaves from slapping back in our face and getting in our eyes. Phoenix, welcome. Welcome to the party. How are you doing, sir? Oh, I know growing up we would pick countless dozens of sweet corn, sell sweet corn up along the road, and you are soaked to the bone after you've pulled about 100 dozen of corn off the field by hand, of course. In the morning when it was still wet, then you'd have to go to the house and change all of your clothes because you were wet down to the bone. Maybe one day we'd have Farm Sim in VR. Maybe one day. I don't know if I've ever heard that phrase, soaked like a winter rabbit. I have seen a, there's an app out there that basically does something to basically bake anything into VR. Yeah, one of the biggest problems I think with VR and like a wheel or your button box is it's like playing with your eyes closed, because you can't see your button box. So you have to know exactly where your buttons are, because you can't just look down and look, because you got the big VR thing on your head. When I was into iRacing, there were some folks that did iRacing with VR, and that's what they would say. It's like you have to know exactly where all of your buttons are on your button box, because when you're in the race, you can't take that off your head to look to figure out where your button is. So you have to, you know, count your buttons over and then know where they all are. Augmented reality would be cool, and I watched a video on a tech tuber. He had a video about these augmented reality glasses that let you play games on them, or they also, you know, could put up like a web browser up on them, or you could even have like a little video running kind of in this little window on the glasses. At the same time, you know, you can see what's going on. But like they integrated with iOS, and it integrated with Android, but it didn't integrate with Windows. So it was like, oh, that's no good.
Low on fuel.
I'm running on fumes myself.
What? Or are you almost done?
Well, for gas, yes. Not the fuel. Schultz gonna be happy now. Is it Schultz that always complaining about the gas? Or Tuki?
Yes, they're always whining about me running out of fuel. They're too preoccupied with refueling their vehicles to actually do any farm work.
Schultz is complaining about everything.
Yeah, I would consider it, but I don't like being cut off. Completely cut off to my surroundings. funny, I was trying to read chat.
Is the truck full? The other truck, Fergus? Yeah.
I have this 92, green is 89.
All right, I got 1,100 liters. I can give each of you about 600. Well,
550.
there's right. Facebook wants to try to. Facebook wants to try to make that a reality with their stupid meta thing. All right, go.
We'll have to watch the YouTube.
Yeah, Schultz, I mean, the government keeps screwing things up, right? That's how reality will be.
Okay, I'll drive one truck back.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Black Foss Sunfire. Sorry to hear about your console, bud. That's terrible news.
Where are you going to sell that barley there?
Johnson's Farmers Market.
Okay.
They had the best price.
Okay.
Oh, what's been tried? Oh yeah, well I mean when Facebook's own employees like avoid using it, that gives you a hint. Right. Oh, Phoenix, you're just getting started on your FS22 adventure.
I need to restart my game.
What I didn't realize until it was too late is
Okay.
last week I recorded my 150th map tour for Farm Sim 22. With 5 maps being released this week, now we are well above that. 155, I believe it is. We're not even 1 year into Farm Sim's life, and we've got 155 map videos out. Talk about choice. If you don't like the map you're playing, well, there's plenty more. Oh, that's not good.
I'm stuck there with it. You're stuck there.
Oh, Tiki, you just wait. You just wait. All this silly trash talking. I got something for you. Simper's doing the moonwalk, the moon
Yeah.
run.
I noticed.
But actually, I'm not there. This is a. It's probably my lagging. I'm in the truck back at Johnson's.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Halloween. I cloned myself or something. $1 million run, yes.
That's fun.
I'm sure I'm gonna go near myself again there.
If you, oh,
It's gonna be too center.
I wonder what that's going to do. If you get too close to yourself, you might cause a paradox.
Yeah, I'm just gonna crush myself in the truck
And
right
then,
now.
then if you start a paradox, are you going to get any eggs? Phoenix, I did send it. We didn't have a lot of momentum, but we did send it. Tomorrow night we will be on Forza Horizon 5. Doing our Friday night Forza night. If you want to see Tuki lose, be sure to join in. It's a typical Ford. This thing can't get up to full speed pulling a small trailer.
Yeah. so I cannot see myself moonwalking. So
Well, that's not
You're
nice.
T-posing.
am I still there in Burgess? You still see two Semper? Where is it?
No, I just see. Now you disappeared. Now you're alive.
Okay.
Let's get back to Maryland.
T-posing. When you were
GTX is in the
Of you
house.
stationary.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
T-posing.
for everything
Or
you've
like
done.
playing a scarecrow.
Thank you for getting that easy death
Hey,
controls
it's,
updated.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Very good. I didn't get a chance to check out that mod yet. Maybe after the stream. Wow, Phoenix is typical of Fords. They modeled it very well. They modeled it very well. Phoenix says he's got an old Ford Ranger mod, and in his game now it won't shift into fourth. It's like, that sounds right. Scott,
Also sounds
welcome.
like Tuki problem.
Welcome. It is definitely immersion, Phoenix. Buddha, didn't they tell you they sold you the 3-speed? That's why you can never shift it into fourth. What exactly did they change with the super strength thing? Phoenix, it's all, or Bonnie, it's all good. It's all good. I don't think the person made any chats that were not self-promotion, so they never showed up. Well, of course they changed one line, but you think they changed it because of some features coming in platinum? YouTube was filtering out the comments, and GoldenEye took care of the user. GTX is the GTX mod author. The one and only. He is the pinball wizard of scripting. Oh, that's a funny one. Without you, my farm would be a disaster. Oh. Greets, what is up, sir? What are you doing? How's things go in the land of streets and roads? I think Captain Kiwi knows everybody. Question is, if Captain Kiwi knows everybody, does everybody know Captain Kiwi? Is it recursive that way? Or reciprocal? So now, how much can be lifted in each player class? What's a player class? Phoenix, he's got his easy dev controls is updated on GitHub, and I think it's been sent to Giants for testing, or no, not yet. Will be sent to Giants for testing once he finalizes the new feature.
Getting light spikes.
It's certainly not due to all the bales I put on the ground.
Maybe.
Did I remember? Did I reset the bale counter on this thing or not?
Probably not. I don't know.
We're sitting at 105. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got a lot of bales out here. I don't know if I got 100 and some out here. We may not have reset the bale counter since we did our straw, or sorry, our hay.
At least 50.
Who's got Halloween plans next Tuesday or Monday night?
Yes, the Belt.sword.
I don't know if we're gonna be streaming Monday night because of Halloween. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Blacko5 Sunfire 2, thank you, sir, for the $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you for hours and hours of entertainment since I found your channel. Well, thank you for spending hours and hours watching the channel, right? We don't hit the limit. There are no bale limits anymore. No bale limits. There's no bale limits on PC. There's pallet limits, but we have a pallet limit mod on it. So we don't have to worry about pallet limits. Console has bale limits. No, we have a pallet limit now. Unless you put in wonderful GTX's no pallet limit mod. We're still getting a little video stutter from the 1.8 update. Xbox One? I'm bringing you fuel.
Thank you.
Oh, we're gonna try, Lonnie. We're gonna try.
At least you stuck at that landing.
Well, I was pulling
Yeah.
a full trailer of fuel, you know.
Oh.
Two for three.
Thank you.
Who doesn't like going airborne? I mean, come on. Everybody likes going airborne. You just need to pull the pull string.
Yeah, I can't find it. It doesn't give me any options.
It's on now. Here, hot boot. Hot boot.
I'm filling now.
We gotta do like 7 things at once.
Multitasking.
Cats would be nice if they were in Farm Sim. Then we could have rats, right? And then we can have to, you know, have the right ratio of cats in order to eliminate the rats. I don't see any. I don't see any flashing. Do you all see flashing?
I'll be out of the way in a few seconds.
Sure.
No flashing.
Line. I was gonna start the road.
Well, it's the last one.
I don't know, Lonnie. I don't know.
She's boring for the stop.
Yeah.
What type of GPU do you have? Or it might be graphics settings. I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen flashing. On any map, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the red. I'm just thinking really not small.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, I don't know, it could be a specific graphics setting. Or I wouldn't think it'd be drivers. I mean, I'm running a 3080. And before that, I was running a 2080. A 2080 Super. You might get better performance if you update your drivers.
So, which one should I take home? The old one.
Yeah, one is probably maintenance-wise, probably more damage.
Yeah, this one is the one that has.
And you unload it all into one truck?
Yeah.
It's all done. Truck's on its way.
Oh, sweet.
I should take the old one back home.
Yeah, we'll keep the old one.
Yeah.
We own that field. I can't drive through it. Captain Kiwi needs to buy a Subway. He'll probably save him money in the long run. DB, welcome. Welcome to my world. Darren's here. What's up, sir? Did you drive through the corn maze? Or did you walk through the corn maze? Who's willing to go through the corn maze on Elm Creek on Halloween night? There might be specters and ghouls in the maze. One never knows. What are your graphics settings, right? I mean, are you running like high, medium high, custom, very high? Maybe set everything back to default and then see what happens and then tweak them from there. All right, later, Phoenix, thanks for dropping by. We are actually nearly done ourselves. We try to stream for about 2 hours, and that is where we are currently in our timeline. I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight. Had a nice, fun time chatting with everybody. We got 3 fields harvested. Working on baling our straw. Next time we come back on the map, we will be working on some hay at the farm. We'll be baling straw, and we'll be selling straw as well. We'll also have probably lure pallets we'll need to pick up and sell those. We generally have a lot going on. Just a few short weeks until Platinum expansion drops. And remember, people, remember, tomorrow is Fact Sheet Friday. So be sure to check the channel out first thing in the morning for our Fact Sheet Friday video drop. There's some interesting things there. That's about all I'm going to say on that subject. And then tomorrow night we will be back on Forza Horizon 5, running through the festival playlist with the Mayhem crew. Tuki will be there. Schultz will be there. Genetic J might be there. Who knows who else might show up. And until next time. That's right, Captain Kiwi. Happy farming.